I am back. Hey, it's Rai and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm gonna be doing a more natural masculine look. I hope this video is useful for you if you're a FTM, if you're a drag king, or if you do cosplay but in a more natural way. And I am taking inspiration from Oliver Branch and Asher. I'll link their videos down below in the description. They are very cool, go check them out. So let's get started. I'm gonna start off by priming my face. Get it all on your T-zone, your cheeks, everywhere. After you are primed, you're gonna take your foundation and you're gonna apply it like normal. After you applied foundation, we're gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. Just on the under eyes and on the nose. A little bit under the chin. Now instead of setting the face, we're gonna go in with contour shadows and contour the whole face. So I'm gonna start fairly light with this lighter contour shadow, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a brush and I am gonna map out where my cheekbone is gonna be. So basically where your ear ends, so around here, is gonna be where your cheekbone goes. And then if you make like a little smiley face like this, you're gonna see a dimple right here, and that's where your cheekbone is gonna connect here. And then all you have to do is connect them. It is much more difficult to go lighter, so I'm gonna start light and then go dark. Now I am gonna take the darker contour shadow and I am just gonna go over that with this. Now be careful to not go over that line we've just made, because we want to keep everything on top of it as light as possible, and then we're just gonna blend it out very, very carefully down. I'm using a fluffier brush to blend it down, just slightly. And that is how this is looking. And now we're gonna contour our forehead the same way, just our temples. We're gonna create a straight line and then taper it out to the sides. I take the peak of my eyebrow as a guide for the line and then just draw it straight up. Now that's the basic contour of the face. For more finer details, we are gonna go in again with those same colors and define the nose. We're gonna go from our eyebrow to the side of the nose to make that look more sunken in, and that's more of a masculine trait. For the nose, since it is the center of our face, I am actually gonna go in with a brown shadow and make that even darker. I am also gonna take that dark contour shade and I am gonna go under my eyes to make them look more sunken in. And it gives you more of a tired, more serious face, so you don't have to do it if you want to look younger, but I feel like it really ties in the makeup, so I'm gonna do it. You just go under the eye following your eye bag and then slightly on the outer corner of your eye. Now for eyebrows, I have naturally bushy brows, but I'm still gonna fill them in. I'm just using a normal brow pencil and I am gonna first brush them up. And then a tip that Oliver gives is that if you have like a very strong arch on your eyebrow, that you just ignore it and go straight from the starting point of your eyebrow to the tip, just a straight line, and that should give you more of a masculine look. My eyebrows are pretty straight naturally, so I'm just gonna define them, make them a bit taller and a bit more pigmented. Now the fun part. We're gonna move on to facial hair. To start off, we're gonna do the same thing we've done for our entire face, and we're gonna go in with our dark contour, and we're just gonna go over your mustache area and just make a shadow there. We're also gonna contour our upper part of our chin and create a small cleft chin on the bottom. I just realized I forgot to do the jaw, so I'm gonna do that very quickly and I'm gonna explain it to you. We're just gonna go in with that same light contour and dark contour. We are gonna start not from where our actual jawline is, but a bit closer to our face. Just in front of the ear, you're gonna create the first line and make it diagonal, and then you're gonna take that and just bring that forward. What that does is that it actually slims your face a little bit and it's a more masculine look. Alright, now we can move on. So to make your facial hair more pronounced, we're gonna take an itty bitty brush, just a fine tip brush. We're gonna pinch it like so, so it creates a really defined straight line. I am gonna go in with that same brown shadow I used before for my nose, and we're just gonna create small hairs. And then to make your cupid's bow more pronounced, we're gonna take just a tiny bit of brown and we're gonna place it in the center. And then you can blend it out with your finger. We're also gonna go under the chin and create a little triangle of hair down there. Now here comes the part that really ties everything in, and it is mascara. And I hate mascara on my eyelashes, but for this, I actually like it because you don't use it on your eyes. You're gonna use it on your peach fuzz. And everybody has a little bit of peach fuzz. So with mascara, you can really make it pop and make it look like a real hair. We're just gonna take our mascara, just brush some of it off so it's not as dark. You can also use like a brown mascara for a more natural look. I'm using black because my natural hair is black and my eyebrows are black, so it all matches. And we're just gonna go in small little strokes all across just the bottom of our jaw and a little bit on the mustache. And there you go, you have facial hair. I did a little bit too much on the sides here, so don't do that. So just do like the little strokes on the jawline, because if you go a little bit over, you're gonna have to go all the way. But I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm not gonna do it all the way, just so you know, you don't do this, it doesn't look good. Just do the very, very tip of your jawline. Tip of your jawline? Edge of your jawline, whatever. And then if you want to do sideburns, you're gonna go through the whole process again. And sideburns really give you a more mature look. So you're gonna go in with your contour, you're gonna make the shadow, then you're gonna go in with the brown shadow and that fine brush. Make hairs, but this time you're gonna make them horizontally. So you're gonna go like this. And then you can either add mascara or not. I have like long side bits, so I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna get black all over my actual hair and I don't want to do that. And then if you want, you can add some makeup, you can add glitter, you can do whatever you want. Remember that makeup is not just a feminine look, you can do it and still be masculine. I'm gonna do a little bit of shadow on my eyes just to make them a little bit longer because I like that look. You can do eyeliner, you can do whatever you want, glitter, blush, highlighter, anything you want. I'm gonna take that same brown shadow and I'm just gonna pop it on the outer corners of my eye going down, which also gives you a more masculine look, or it is considered the masculine makeup. I'm just gonna follow the natural shape of my eye, which goes down. Gonna connect it down here. And for the final touch, I'm just gonna go in with some light powder, and I am gonna highlight my face. Just put it over your contour to make that really pop. We're gonna put it right next to that line on your temple and on the bridge of your nose, which if you do it as thick as you want, it will give you a more masculine look, as long as of course you don't go to the sides of your nose. But in my case, I have a pretty white nose, so I can just put it all over. And that would be it. That would be the end of the makeup portion. Now I'm just gonna go pop on a more masculine outfit, and we'll be back for the great reveal. So there we go. This would be the final look. Remember that makeup is for everyone. Whatever you identify as or express yourself as, you can do makeup. It's a great form of expression. It's creative, it's fun. So yeah, please leave a like, tell me what you think in the comments, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.